So I welcome each and every one of you today on behalf of SEAM and Green Tree Global on this webinar on emerging career opportunities in energy management. My name is Dhaval and I'll be your host for the webinar. A few instructions before we begin. A humble request to all to keep your video switched off other than the panelists and the key speakers. And in case if you have any queries with the subject line of the seminar, do use the chat box to write in your queries. We will take it at the end of the webinar in Q&A session. Now I would like to introduce our first speaker of the day, Mr. Anurag Bajpai. Mr. Anurag Bajpai is co-founder and director at Green Tree Global. He leads the technical division. His scope covers technical operations, brand development of the company, and explores innovative best practices for delivery of projects. His professional interests include energy efficiency, grid integration, data analytics, policy implementation at different levels, and developing energy softwares and tools. He is an alumnus of IIT Roorkee. I welcome you, Mr. Bajpai. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, SEAM, for this opportunity. Mr. UVK Rao, President SEAM, he is not here. Mr. Krishna Kumar, General Secretary SEAM, Mr. Sharad Gharana, Mr. Jay Kumar is also not there. Dr. C.S. Ajad, and all office bearers of SEAM, distinguished fellow panelists in this webinar, and dear participants for this workshop. I'm sure like we all know about SEAM as an organization. SEAM stands for Society of Energy Engineers and Managers. It is a national professional body of certified energy managers, auditors, and energy professionals in the country. It has almost covered 15 years of journey in energy efficiency domain. It got launched in 2005, and it is registered non-profit organization under the Society Act 1955. It has a vision. The vision related to first, fostering energy efficiency, developing the market related to the professionals, upcoming generations, and also the second, in terms of assisting the central government, state government in terms of policy development, deployment of the policy framework, and other related activities in terms of capacity building and energy efficiency awareness programs as well. This is one of the programs in line of this. We have almost like 15 chapters and 7 centers covering almost like 22 states in India, which is a fairly large footprint as of now. Representing Green Tree Global, Green Tree has been working in this domain for over a period of decade time. We started this journey in 2009. We have been operating in 4 verticals. First is energy advisory services. So we work with central government, state government, municipalities in terms of policy assistance. Also work with central, let's say bilateral programs or international funding agencies in terms of the new research. Second vertical we have is related to implementation programs. So we work with public and private sector organizations in working on their projects and converting them into sustainable projects, green building related projects, and energy efficient projects as well. So covering buildings and industries both. The third vertical is related to prepaid energy meters. So we manufacture these meters and the clientele base covering group housing projects and retail chains as of now. The fourth vertical, which is the newest one, but is very vibrant in terms of the operations. We are running the fourth vertical as skill development vertical and under the brand name of GT Academy. We have been working with Bureau of Energy Efficiency in terms of conducting the refresher course along with SEAM. We have conducted first refresher course in 2018. Then in 19, we have collaborated with SEAM in terms of conducting almost like 50 workshops in a 3 months time, which is almost like a very Herculean task. We've been working with different states in terms of energy conservation, building code policy implementation. We annually conduct almost like 100 workshops in India across countries geographically, and work with different SDAs, PEDA, MEDA. They are the SDAs in terms of energy efficiency implementation and policy development in the states, in terms of energy training programs, exhibition, and debates. Also, I have been working on students or college going students in terms of awareness programs. So we have worked with SDAs like UP NEDA in terms of conducting close to 250 workshops in a 6 to 8 months time. So that's sort of, let's say, the skill development program engagement model that we have for last 2 to 3 years, and we have covered almost like close to 250 to 400 workshops, covering almost like close to maybe I think 50,000 to 60,000 participants in this domain. The idea of having this webinar, and you also understand and might be informed about the progress of preparatory course batch 1, which is already up and running, which has almost like close to 110 and more participants, and the program is undergoing, and program is very, very successful with the support from all the stakeholders like Mr. Shiv Tharana and other members who are very actively involved in doing this activity. From our side, the member like Dhawal, Dona, and they have also put in a lot of effort under the guidance of Krishna Kumarji. We have seen the success of batch 1. Now we are starting the batch 2. We feel that this kind of program will certainly help the participants in terms of grooming the career in energy efficiency domain. From both organizations, SEAM and Green Tree Global, I wish you all the very best and extend my warm regards to all of you participating in this program. Thank you very much. Thank you all the organizers, participants, fellow distinguished speakers in this webinar. And thank you, Dhawal, once again. I get back to you and over to you, Dhawal, now.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for that introduction and a great start to the webinar. Now I would like everybody to welcome our moderator of the day, Dr. C.S. Azad. Dr. C.S. Azad is a practicing and has been extensive experience in the field of energy efficiency, energy auditing, and he spent a lot of years in the energy domain. Dr. Azad,
yes,
the floor is yours.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. And the floor is yours.
Okay. Good morning, your esteemed panel members and participants. And without your wasting any time, I want to invite your first speaker of the day, Dr. Suresh Bajpai, who had a long experience in solar energy and energy management area. He had served in Nigeria, Jamaica for a long period, and he was the visiting professor in Center of Renewable Energy Education and Research, University of Lucknow. And he was a technical advisor for several companies. Presently, he is the chief advisor of the research initiative of social entrepreneurship, RISE, with a experience of 5 decades in energy area. He is a giant. And I request Bajpai sir that he has to throw some light, because that some universities have started some courses like MSc Renewable Energy, MSc Sustainable Practices. That kind of new MSc courses have been started by some universities. And generally this energy management area is considered as a domain of the engineers. Then what are the potential and future opportunities for these students of MSc courses in energy area, and what will be the new emerging requirement in energy management in your area to cater the needs of society as well as to fulfill the aspirations of these students. So I invite with these words Dr. Busby, who is a giant in this energy management area. Welcome, sir. Please.
Good morning, Anurag Bajpayee sir, Dr. C.S. Azad, moderator, fellow panelists, professionals and students who have joined the program on emerging career opportunities on energy management being organized by Green Tree and Society of Engineers and Managers, SEAM. Although Dr. Azad has introduced myself, but I will like to introduce myself again as Suresh Bajpayee, who is presently a renewable energy and energy management consultant. I have worked in 3 countries, namely Nigeria, Jamaica, and India. And I have been involved in research, development, training, popularization of renewable energy and energy management practices during past 50 years or so. In Nigeria, I was the president of the Solar Energy Research and Development Unit of the College of Science and Technology, Birnin KB. This was followed by Sokoto Energy Research Center, Usmanu Danfodio University, which was among the 2 centers established by the federal government of Nigeria for excellence in renewable energy technologies, and I served as a research fellow, and later on I was the director of the center. In the meantime, I was privileged to get a United Nations consultancy assignment at Building Research Institute, Kingston, Jamaica, to develop low-cost renewable energy systems. After my return from Nigeria, I have been associated with teaching and research and development in 3 programs, namely MSc Renewable Energy, BVOC Renewable Energy Technology, and Surya Mitra Skill Development Program as guest faculty in the Center of Excellence in Renewable Energy Education and Research, University of Lucknow, up to June 2018. Fortunately, I have been teaching energy management practices in BVOC and MSc Renewable Energy Program. I have also worked as Chief Advisor Research and Development in REN and GEN Solutions Private Limited and Director Technical of Futurist Energy Private Limited. And currently, I am the Chief Advisor of the Research Institute for Social Entrepreneurship RISE, as Dr. Azad has said. Since I am the first panelist to talk about energy management careers and opportunities for the pass outs of MSc Renewable Energy and MSc Energy or similar programs, I would like to start my discussion with the concept of energy and energy management. Energy is defined as the capacity of doing work. It will be being the use of from the time immemorial, and wherever there is energy, obviously the energy management is also being practiced. The energy has been in use from prehistoric times and has been associated with the management practices. During the last 20th century, when we began the new era of industrialization or industrial revolution, it became a great concern for all of us, and of course the energy management has attracted the significance. The energy is classified as primary source of energy or secondary source of energy, or commercial and non-commercial sources of energy, or the latest renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. In the present day classification, the renewable sources of energy include solar, wind, biomass, hydroelectric power, geothermal, tidal power, etc. as renewable sources of energy, and conventional sources like fossil fuels, coal, oil, natural gas, and uranium are classified as non-renewable sources of energy. With the problem of global warming and climate change that the world has been facing, the attention has been shifted from non-renewable sources of energy to renewable sources of energy. And as the coal, oil, and natural gas are finite, and in next 100 years or so, they are going to be exhausted. Nuclear energy, I mean conventional fission-based nuclear power plants are dangerous in nature and quite hazardous. So the focus has been on the renewable sources of energy worldwide, including India, which is a tropical country and is blessed by solar, wind, biomass, and hydroelectric power. The government of India has been targeting to generate 175 gigawatt of power by 2022, out of which 100 gigawatt from the solar, 60 gigawatt from wind, 10 gigawatt from biopower, and 5 gigawatt from hydropower, mini hydropower. The Honorable Minister of UP has been talking in the press yesterday that the government of UP has a plan to generate 670 megawatt of solar power by 2022. He is aiming at a message program to ignite green drive in Prayagraj, Mathura, etc. in the holy cities of UP. Today, the citizens of the world are living in the intensive, energy-intensive economies in cities as well as in rural areas, which draw attention to reduce the quantity of energy by self-denial or by regulation or by economic pressures, increasing efficiency for better housekeeping and operational procedures, having more efficient equipment and materials, and substitute forms of energy wherever possible. The general principles of energy management are reviewing the energy historic use, having energy audits, better housekeeping and maintenance, analysis of energy use, more efficient equipment, processes, energy containment, that is heat recovery or waste reduction, substitution of materials, materials economy, materials quality selection, aggregation of energy use, cascading of energy use, alternative sources of energy, energy conservation, storage, and of course the economic evaluation of, which is the most important criteria. The students who have completed MSc Renewable Energy or MSc Energy or similar programs can find their careers in the areas of all types of energy use, including lighting sector, where the opportunities such as delamping, relamping, most efficient lamps, time clocks and photocell controls, using of task lighting, making effective use of daylighting exist. The students have career opportunities in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning sector, which consumes a lot of power, particularly in cities where air conditioning is the major source of power consumption. There are numerous opportunities for students to practice energy management in air conditioning sector, HVAC. Similarly, students can explore opportunities for reducing heat losses, use of more efficient processes and equipment, and recovering of heat in electric heat supported systems. The management of energy in energy processes, that is the industrial sector, has a lot of scope for our students. The Bureau of Efficiency has been focusing on large industries as well as MSMEs. The large industries include petrochemicals, cement, glass and iron and steel, etc., which consume a lot of energy, and there is a lot of scope in energy management. The students have opportunities to have career in electric power generation, distribution and consumption. The generation side has a lot of opportunities for energy management through conservation in coal-fired and gas-fired power plants, nuclear power plants, and hydroelectric power plants. The transmission and distribution losses of electrical power is substantially high in this country, and which needs to be reduced for more competitive world of in global economy. The consumption on the consumption side, the abundant opportunities exist for our students. I would like to add that the Star Leveling Program of the Bureau of Energy Efficiency has made a remarkable progress in this regard. The Energy Building Conservation Code, ECBC, of Bureau of Energy Efficiency has yet to gain momentum in India by designing buildings which are less energy intensive, and students have a great opportunities in this sector as well. Lastly, I wish to add that MSc Renewable Energy and MSc Energy students have career opportunities in all sectors of energy generation and use, which encompasses roughly all branches of science, engineering, and technology. And I hope our students will seek and explore the opportunities in this regard to improve their career prospects. Finally, I wish to thank the organizers for giving me opportunity to share my views in this webinar. Thank you very much. Dr.
Thank you,
Azad.
sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for enlightening us about your views on your career opportunities for MSc people, because there was so much confusion that I have faced in the personal interaction with the students, that they are not clear about the career opportunities in this energy management area, and you have cleared all the doubt. Sir, you kindly stay back. We will need you for the question answer session. And as nowadays there is growing demand of faculty to join the consultancy work and to connect with the industry. And in this regard, I want our second speaker of the day, Dr. Kripesh Chauhan, who is the HOD of the urban planning at the NIT Surat, to speak on this issue and to entertain us about these points, how faculty can be associated with the energy management area and they can be connected with the industry. what is the your future your prospects in this area? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. First of all, good morning to all. I thank Green Tree Global, Society of Energy Engineering and Managers, and Energy Academy, Pune. It is great pleasure for me, and I am honored to get the opportunity to share my views in this webinar. At present, at NIT, if you see the total quantum of NIT, so there are total 31 number NITs in India and IITs 23. So IITs and NITs operated by MHRD, and MHRD is always canvassing that you have to work with the industry. And I am fortunate that I have started my journey with green tea and SIM. So at present, I am dealing with this problem, and government has poured lot of money for research. And it is a collaborative work with civil engineering department, mechanical engineering department, and electrical engineering department. So there is a huge opportunity, and I have worked for entire Gujarat. So at present, 184 colleges in Gujarat, and there are 34,000 of students. So presently we are working with the government of Gujarat in Unnat Bharat Abhiyan Yojana. So government has given the clear guideline that you have to collaboration with the industry. And when I have talked with the industry people nearby Hazira, so AGM, management specialist, manager, and senior manager. So they are keen to welcome all the energy managers in their field. And looking to the figure, earning figure, so from 8 lakhs to 15 lakhs salary, that is annual salary one can get it. And for NITs, IITs, and even the local government, huge opportunity for consultancy work, because at present IGBC, Indian Green Building Congress, GRIHA, LEED, even CPWD, SOCAM, they are having their rating system. And in this rating system, 50% weightage of energy. So money back will get from the energy. And it is a huge work, and many people are required to contribute themselves in this area. So at least what I said, if we consume the that is हम इसे छाछ ले लेते हैं जिसको बटर मिल्क कहते हैं, तो सिर्फ बटर मिल्क में हम अगर if we add some flavor, so value added course, if we certified with the B and we deal with as a be energy manager or be energy auditor, we can contribute lot officially, because it is a very good course. And I invite all the participants that you think about this, and we have to flavor our basic degree. So either BTech or BE Civil, Electrical, Mechanical, or Diploma. So we can learn through this from this platform. And there are many people, they are rendering their service to help us. So we can get it good services from Green Bee, and then Society of Engineers and Managers. So I welcome all of you to join hand to save energy, because if we save the energy, we can save our planet. And we can increase our energy also, because there are many people, just like Dr. Suresh C. Bajpai, Dr. B.K. Bhardwaj, Dr. C.S. Azad, Dr. Sarath Garana. So इनकी एनर्जी देखते मुझे लगता है कि they are getting energy due to they are involved in this work. So that is my view. Now hand over to Dr. C.S. Azad, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us regarding your consultancy, on your opportunities in energy management your area. Thanks a lot. And I hope all the faculties and those who are your participant in this program, they can learn from Dr. Chauhan. And this energy, your manager course or energy auditor course of B, can be very advantageous to them. to skill their career further. And now I invite Dr. B.K. Bharadwaj, who
Yes.
is Professor of Physics at Government Degree College, Gwalior. And I request Dr. Bharadwaj to elaborate the opportunities for science graduate, especially those who are with PG qualifications in physics, electronics, and chemistry. How can they further their career in this area, energy management area? Thank you. And Dr.
Thank
Bharadwaj.
you. Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Ajad. Thanks for all viewers. First of all, it's my great opportunity to join eminent scholars as panelist. Myself, Dr. B.K. Bharadwaj, Professor. Thanks for organizers to give me great opportunity. And I was listening Dr. Vajpayee, Dr. Chauhan. They have given valuable information about energy management and the future opportunities. As a science stream is concerned, I will confine my discussions for viewers, students, and academicians. As we know very well that in 1905, when photoelectric effect was explained by Einstein, number of sensors or number of sensing switching systems are available, which are more energy efficient or optimum efficiency. Similarly, again, when we go in the journey, then in 1948, John Bardeen invented semiconductor device, which has changed all science systems completely. To explain all these things, I may take the example of journey of lamps. So, when you started incandescent lamps, and now we are up to the light emitting diodes. For my students and for my viewers, it is necessary to go into the historic era. When we started incandescent lamps, power consumption was very high, and there was the necessity of 6 to 10 volt DC to ignite only its filament. Now, in the journey, we have seen discharge tubes, then CFL, and now we are on the most efficient, optimum energy devices, which are light emitting diodes. One thing I want to concentrate here, as all these devices starting from incandescent lamp to CFL, these are electric devices. The outer circuit provided them are the electric circuits which obey Ohm's law and consume a lot of energy. Whenever we are going into the semiconductor devices, the consumption of energy is minimized. And this whole phenomena is the electronic devices. Electronic devices work on the principle where optimum energy efficiency can be achieved, and it is electronic era. These are the electronic devices which will not obey Ohm's law. I ask my students, what is the difference between electricity and electronics? So that is the basic difference. Now, electronics is the maximum efficiency devices. I am talking completely in academics. And other thing I want to say that we, this person of science and science stream, have basic concepts of optical sensing also. For example, in 2016, LIGO, laser interferometer gravitational experiment, observatory experiment, detected gravitational waves. It is the miraculous experiment has been done by science. These are also lot of techniques to minimize the energy consumption and to give the maximum output of the optimization of the energy. My state is a rural state just like Madhya Pradesh. We have lot of opportunities. We have to implement courses in my PG departments. It's my great opportunity. I got a lot of information from Dr. Bajpayee and Dr. Chauhan that from this platform, I think I'll try to convey my views to my vice chancellor and to my ministers and other academicians to launch new courses and join with you. I think thank you very much. It's my great opportunity to join you and got lot of information and to refresh my knowledge also from academics to energy management. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all. Dr. Azad, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bharadwaj. And as basic science graduates, they are well equipped to learn this energy management area because they practice science. Okay. And especially the postgraduate students who are your MSc Physics and MSc Chemistry, MSc Electronics, they can have very good career in this energy management area. Now, generally, this question is asked how to become energy manager. For becoming your energy manager or as a certified your energy manager in India, the basic qualification is passing of the national level your certification exam. And this examination is conducted by Bureau of Energy Efficiency, BEE.
Okay.
Beauty of the exam is that any graduate engineer, any branch, civil, architect, mechanical, metallurgy, the instrumentation, electrical, electronics, any graduate engineer, any diploma engineer, they can appear for this exam. And as Dr. Bajpayee was there in the Lucknow University as your visiting your professor, at that time he raised the point that B vocal and MSc your renewable your energy students are not allowed to appear in that exam. From the platform of SEAM, we raised that demand to Bureau of Energy Efficiency, and ultimately that demand was accepted, and we allowed postgraduate MSc in physics, chemistry, electronics, renewable energy, sustainable energy. All these students are at par with the graduate engineers to appear in this energy management exam.
Okay.
And for the graduate engineers, they need 3-year experience. For the PG also, they need 3-year experience. For the diploma engineer, they need 6-year experience. But one more beauty of this BE certification exam is that you may get the experience after writing that. Okay, you can clear the exam. Your certification may be awarded when you get the required experience.
Okay.
So this for this certification exam, we and Green Tree Academy, we launched one program and Mr. Sharad Gehrana from your Energy Academy, your Pune, you're heading that program on behalf of SEAM and your Green Tree. And before you're inviting Mr. Gehrana, I would like to invite Mr. G. Krishna Kumar Pillai, who is your National Secretary of SEAM, to throw light on the activities of SEAM, as well as what are the differentiator for this kind of your program which we have launched from SEAM and Green Tree. Because if we look at your energy in your management areas, so many your agencies have launched your various programs. Sometimes one individual has launched your some kind of program. Okay. And because this is the new field, new area, and as Dr. Chauhan has explained this is interdisciplinary area, because this area needs experts from civil, and this area needs experts from mechanical energy. In this, you need experts from electrical, electronics, from all field, science, material science. The energy science domain or energy management domain, it is based on expertise of lot of subjects. That's why there is requirement to be associated with who are the experts in this area, and because Green Tree and SEAM, both are this leader in their domain, as Mr. Anurag Bajpai has explained, and now Mr. G. Krishna Kumar will explain about the activities of SEAM and what are the plan of SEAM for these aspiring candidates in energy management area. So I request Mr. G. Krishna Kumar to please brief us about the activities of SEAM and plan for the aspiring your candidates in energy management area. Mr. Krishna Kumar.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Azad, for the. See, the earlier speakers have already narrated what is SEAM and what is the scope of energy management professionals in the country. And of course, and see, I'm from the chat, I'm finding that the composition of the audience is mixed. There are students, there are engineers, there are energy auditors, already certified auditors are there. So I'll answer a few questions like why one should appear for an exam like this. See, when this exam was initially started in 2004, a rough estimate was made as to how many such certified professionals may be required in India. So that time it was estimated that about 50,000 certified professionals are required. Yesterday I was listening to a seminar where the energy efficiency investment requirement in India is estimated at 8.4 lakh crores for next 10 years. That is up to 2031. So even at a moderate compensation of, say, let us say 1 lakh per month for a professional, I just made a back of the cover estimate. I find that about 1.5 lakh energy professionals are required. Maybe some 20,000 are already available. So maybe we need another, at least about 1 lakh more energy professionals, certified energy professionals in the country. And this is in the light of the post-COVID economic recovery people are all aspiring for. A lot of stimulus packages are already offered by the government schemes. Many multilateral international bodies are offering, like World Bank, then IMF. These are all very keen to have a fast economic recovery, and definitely they are all advocating a green initiative in this. So what is it for us is that there will be a great demand for energy professionals, energy management professionals, RE professionals, or in short, sustainable energy professionals in the country. Are you up to the challenge? That is the question. Okay. So we are planning. See what SEAM has been in the field for last about 15 years, as Mr. Anurag Vajpayee has already told, and we can boast about 150 various workshops and seminars at state, national, and international levels, whereby we boast about 1 million knowledge hours has been disseminated. Okay. And we bring to table about 30,000 man years of experience from various fields. Any field of energy management, we bring about that kind of experience. That is the strength of SEAM. Okay, so with this kind of opportunities in the field, with this kind of training which we can give to the new entrants to this field, we feel, and we have collaborated with another great giant in the field of education, and so we complement it, because many of our engineers, when we started off, when this exam was instituted, there was no building component. Now that there is a component of energy conservation building code, we have associated with Mrs. Greentree, who is a stalwart in that field. So we have got benefit. And SEAM always grows with collaborations with many national organizations, national institutes, and international organizations. So all these associations we are bringing to the table to the benefit of new participants, all our alumni, for various our programs, including the one which we are talking about today, and one which is already in progress, which Mr. Anurag told. Say 110 participants are already benefiting out of it. And incidentally, Dr. Kripesh, who spoke to you, is one of the participants, although he's a very seasoned, accomplished professor, academic himself. He's also, I salute Dr. Kripesh for your spirit of learning. So that is quite inspiring to the new generation. It should be inspiring. Okay. And some of the, so, and this is probably I'm answering why SEAM. Okay. And I've already answered what is in it for you. Okay. See, out of this 1.5 lakh of professionals required in the country, you may be one. Okay. You stand a chance. Well, and the course is absolutely cool. As for the course, Mr. Sharad will be explaining how it is meticulously delivered and how we follow up, so that our aim is that more and more professionals should come in the field and lead the nation to a green future, because we cannot afford to pollute the world anymore. That is loud and clear. Many say, I don't have to emphasize that part, because any periodical, any newspaper every day is crying out that we are not supposed to pollute this world anymore, and we need more energy professionals to do that job. So we look up to having a green, clean future for India. And this time we are especially addressing a host of engineering faculty, because the engineering faculty also have to live up to this expectation. They have to imbibe these lessons. They have to qualify themselves as energy professionals, so that they can encourage the new generations to take up energy studies, and then probably even at the cost of weaning them away from the new IT sector jobs. Okay, so that is one So the core sector of India demands sincere professionals. That is our aim. We want to bring about that change. So all this should go well to lead our nation to a clean future. And for the even for I think Kripesh was already mentioning the consultancy opportunities what our faculty should look at. So that will encourage it will be encouraging the bonding between the industry and academia, so that no the innovations will get a boost. It will get a fillip, so that no it will all bring to betterment of the nation. This is what we are looking at. Okay. So with these words, I will pass on the mic back to Dr. Asaji to continue with this session. I am here to
Thank you, sir.
answer any questions later.
Yeah, Krishna Kumar sir, one more thing. Okay, from the chat, your messages, there is something I have observed. They are asking you that if I qualify as energy manager or energy auditor, then how can I start my career, and how this Green Tree and SEAM can help me? Some people have asked.
Okay, so I'll like to answer because I already mentioned that we have got various association collaborations with national and international institutions, and with the strength of our 900 near about 900 members, we are well connected to the industry. Okay, so all our members are either serving the industry as consultants, or they are employed in various industries like public sector and private sector giants. Okay, and these days getting a job is definitely you have to project in a good network. You have to get connected to right people. Then only the employment is gone are those days when you look at the wanted advertisements in the papers, and then it is the social media. Say LinkedIn, for example, is a major source of recruitment for many organizations. So we, as a SEAM, also is a very good, effective platform where you can network, you can project your competence, your knowledge in that circles, and you get noticed through these various meetings which we organize. Then you are picked up. Okay, that is one area. And if you are a beginner, we definitely try to place fresh professionals as internees at various organizations, because now the opportunities are abundant. I mean, say policy bodies are there. Say like somebody was mentioning the state designated agencies of BE. BE recruits energy managers and certified professionals. All the SDAs, state designated agencies, they want certified energy professionals. Then there are a number of energy consulting organizations, which are, I mean, some of the our members are working in those organizations. They can put in a word. I mean, say it's all you have to prove yourself. You have to get noticed, and you that SEAM will provide that kind of a platform.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for enlightening us. And now I request Mr. Sharad Gharana, who is promoter of your Energy Academy Pune, to explain the methodology adopted by SEAM and Green Tree for first batch, and what is the feature of this second batch, how we will train these second batch candidates, what are our unique points, that Mr. Sharad Gharana please explain.
Thank you, Dr. Azad, Krishna Kumar ji, Anurag Bajpayee ji, and I am thankful to all participants. I welcome you all, and I am quite blessed to be in the august company of panelists. And I will say that time immemorial, individual is always searching for fuels, new fuels. And Bureau of Energy Efficiency has created a fuel which was not existing at all hitherto. So that fuel is energy efficiency. Energy efficiency is a new fuel. and that is the fuel of the future. Energy efficiency is the fuel which is abundantly available in your backyard, whether it is home, whether it is your office, whether it is your transportation, whether it is your entertainment and air conditioning and everywhere. Not only energy efficiency has got a bearing on climate change. Now world is suffering from climate problems, and energy efficiency has got a big solution for that also. So that is why international agencies are working for the energy efficiency. And Bureau of Energy Efficiency pioneered, I will say, this as a fuel. Not only fuel, but this as an education platform. And this education platform is not only for the students or academicians, but the people who are experienced, working deep in the industry and working deep in the building products, even manufacturing and application of the product. So this Bureau of Energy Efficiency has promoted a examination as Krishna Kumarji was speaking since last 2004, and this year they will be conducting 21st examination for Bureau this for energy managers and energy auditors. At SEAM and Green Tree, we are working to develop and prepare individuals to appear in this examination. So this examination has got 4 papers, and basic qualifications and other things are discussed. There are 4 papers, and we have to appear for 4 papers. If you pass 3 papers, you get energy manager certificate. If you pass 4th paper also, you get energy auditor certificate. Now I will share my screen to explain what way we are, what is our method of imparting this training. So our method is that we involve very intense level of interaction between experts and candidate. So to the extent that we will go hand in hand and 1:1, so that there is no stone unturned for the preparation of the exam. There are about 45 chapters in our 4 books, and there will be 1 webinar for each chapter. At this point, I would like to say that hitherto, in such a detail that 1 chapter is handled at one time was never existed. So we created this sort of a new method that 1 chapter is handled in 1 day and in 1 webinar, and all the participants have sufficient exposure to that chapter, including the questions and answers and exercise and assignment, so that they don't have to work extra other than what we are working here to prepare for that chapter in the examinations. Our experts detail each chapter keeping in view of the examination perspective. So many places knowledge is shared. Nowadays, fortunately, knowledge is abundant, and there is no dearth of knowledge. But preparing for the examination with the perspective of questions forthcoming in the examination, our preparation and our webinars are loaded on that side. And doing this, we have invited very, very senior industry leaders and well-experienced auditors to address our participants on global outlook, policy matters, and business aspirations on energy front. So because a lot of industries are expecting new ideas as far as energy efficiency is concerned. So method is that we request all the candidates and students and participants to come prepared with the study of that chapter, so that they can very well understand what is the our experts delivery, and if they have uh, any issue, then any problem or any question, they can put forth in the webinar, and they can send these questions beforehand to us, and we will put these questions to experts during the webinar. Experts will explain during the webinar, and there will be quite a good amount of discussion if necessary. Then we examination perspective questions are solved in this webinars, and candidates doubts or queries are also addressed. Then we also provide some question sets to participants for them to work as a homework, and if they are able to do this, then they are quite competent to appear in the examination. Now I will explain, I will try to bring in our mentors and experts who are, I will say, day in day out living as a energy professionals. Anytime they are available for us, for all the participants to assist uh, in the area of energy efficiency and mentoring for the preparation of the examination. I will say Mr. UV Krishna Mohan Rao ji, President of SEAM, Krishna Kumar ji Pillai, General Secretary SEAM, Dhruv Jain ji, Anurag Bajpayee, Directors of Green Tree, our faculties, Janesh Mohanan ji, Shishir Athale ji, Dr. Azad, you know well, Sunil Dange ji, Bali Singh, Dhaval Karwa, Ajim, Puneet Hegde, all of them are more than 15 years in the energy field, and they are always available, and they take one or other chapter anytime in our process of webinar series. So this webinar series goes on for about 45 to 50 days. Sometime we emphasize that we should have double, 2 times a particular chapter because of the importance of it. That also we do. So I will request Dr. Azad to proceed further. My presentation is now complete. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Yogarana, sir, for throwing light on our methodology you adopted for the first batch and for the prospective, the second batch. And now let us have some feedback from the participants of the first batch. Okay, we have done our best, but what are their reactions and whether their expectations are being met or not. So in this series, I want to connect with some of the participants of first batch. Let me first invite Dr. Vanishri Madam from Chennai. Is she on your line?
Yeah.
Madam Vanishri.
Hello,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And good afternoon, experts and panel members and participants. I'm Vanishri. I'm working as a professor in an engineering college in several years. Now I have joined in this course conducted by the SEAM and Green Tree. I feel that the classes taken by the expert is in a very well organized manner. It's going on in a very well organized manner. And as I am an electrical professional, but the chapter what we are studying for this examination is covers all the engineering departments. So they are refreshing in a very good manner. So I gained more knowledge and refreshed myself whatever I have studied in my UG course. So first of all, I have to thank for giving these kind of opportunity for these organizers. And as a faculty, apart from the examination, clearing and all the process, I gain more knowledge about from the experts. Since most of the experts are giving, normally taking an case studies. So the case studies are more relevant with the current projects of the industries. So that will be very useful for us. And we are gaining, as a faculty, I am gaining more knowledge in that. And that will be useful to teach my students also. So this is my view regarding this course conduction as well as the experts knowledge. And also I feel that the clearing the examination will be helpful for us to start an consultancy from our own. And also if you are starting a consultancy from the college itself, then we can give more realistic projects to our students. So the students can be able to done a small part in the energy auditing like that. So they'll be aware of the things that these are the areas will be useful for their future career. And also if we are doing the consultancy from the college, that will be benefit for the college also, since in the accreditation point of view, we are having points that will be added up if you are doing these kind of the consultancies. So overall, I want to say that this platform will give a more input regarding regarding this energy auditing. Not only based on this examination, I gain more knowledge for the past 2 months what I have learned from this. And that's all about this, Mr. Azad sir.
Okay.
And thank you for giving this opportunity to deliver my feedback.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So thanks
you,
a lot
sir.
for your sharing the feedback. Okay. Now I invite Mr. Daniel Subramanian, who is with the WRI, the World Resources Institute, and he is also one of the student in our first batch.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So good morning, one and all. I am I'm working as a senior project as myself, Dhiren Subramanian. It's not Daniel. I just want to correct my name. It's
Okay,
Dhiren
sorry.
Subramanian.
Okay.
I'm working as a no issues. So I'm working as
No.
a senior project associate at WRI India, which is a research organization working in the space of climate change, energy efficiency, other relevant energy programs, etc., etc. So I am here to share my experience as an enrolled participant for this particular course. But before that, I would like to mention about the importance of being certified as an energy auditor and energy manager. Hello. Like all our esteemed panelists, including Krishnomar sir, has insisted on the importance of certifications and the importance of getting noticed. So the question is how to get noticed. So I will talk about from the perspective of students. We all know that like every year thousands of students are getting graduated and they are into the job market searching for a job. But the question is how you are getting noticed. Once a job recruiter have your resume, how your resume will stand apart. So that's a very relevant question, and you will have to make sure that you are equipped with all the possible certification which is relevant for the post that you have applied for. So in that perspective, energy auditor or energy manager certification is extremely important if you are looking for a job in the space of energy efficiency or energy management. And if you have a post graduation in energy related discipline, it's completely important to make sure that you have some sort of certification. So given in our country, energy manager, energy auditor certification is the most respected certification in that area. So that's a very important important thing that you have to keep in mind. But that doesn't mean that like getting certified will make you like will help you to get the job very next day. It's up to you to make sure that you are updating with the knowledge what's happening around in the energy space, and you have to do your part. But the certification will help you for sure to getting noticed. It's a very important point. All our fellow participants have, all our fellow panelists have mentioned it very clearly. So you have to keep that in mind. And like as a participant, I will tell you that so along with SEAM and Green Tree, I really had a great experience. Like I had the opportunity to reflect myself. Like actually, I have been working in this space for last 5-6 years, but still, this was a great opportunity to revise myself, as one man rightly mentioned. And apart from that, this is a great platform to get connected. So again, the point that Krishna Kumar sir has mentioned, it's not just about knowledge, it's all about being connected. So make sure that once for this course, you are getting connected with all the important personalities in the space, and all these connections will increase your probability to get a job. So so it is up to you to decide what to gain from this course. And it's not just that you come and attend this course and write this examination and just clear it. It's not that. It's important to clear the examination, but it's equally with all the relevant professionals in the space and take that connections forward in your future. So that's it. I know that we are already we covered a given time, so it's like I will like to stop my talk here. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Subramanian. Okay, and now I want to invite Mr. Sachin, who is working with Siemens. Mr. Sachin, are you available?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all. I'm Sachin. I'm working with Siemens. We are ESCO company, same field actually. Siemens is into lots of things, but I am working in this department called as ESCO, EPS department. So my experience with SIM up till now, it is very good actually, and I think my decision of taking these classes are like worth, and decision was very correct. Just in a broad view, this energy B exam is basically covers lots of aspects, not only one discipline like mechanical or electrical. It covers lots of aspects, and not only the exam. This field of energy, it comprises of lots of disciplines: mechanical, electrical, overall management, finance knowledge. So, and understanding for one individual who is having one background or one expertise and understand other disciplines takes little bit time when he is doing study on his own. But on the other hand, I felt if I joined the class, okay, when I got this particular class notice, and when I interacted with him, I found they are like having very good faculty, well experienced, okay, already working professionals, already doing a marvelous job. So I joined this class and I felt their teaching is very simple. They are taking case studies, lots of case studies, very interactive. They will ensure that all your questions will get answered, and you are learning all the disciplines as well as like HVAC, like electrical, on all the other disciplines. And once you undergo these particular classes, I feel the time for doing revision and then time for spending extra time spending for your study will be very less, maybe less than 30%. That way I felt very good. And second part is that the cost is also very low. If you see other classes and other lots of courses, the cost is also very high. The amount of time they are spending, almost like we are associated with them for almost 2.5 months, and they are taking marginal fees, I would say. And then the courses are very well arranged, okay, very professional way, and the discipline with they are sticking with their schedule is very commanding. And the groups and the interaction and the polls, the exam polls during the lectures they conduct between after every 20-30 minutes they conduct some questions, they put some questions, allow them to answer the students, and then based on the feedback, based on the results, they clarify some questions if the majority of the students went wrong. So lots of, I would say, the approach the same Green Tea is adopting to teach them, especially I would say the younger professionals, because they consider the base level of the student as a very raw, and based on that level, with that comparison, they give the teaching. If most of the students are like me, they already experienced, I am already practiced, but sometimes I get okay, they are spending more time, but it is also again good for me to spend that time because the concepts are got more refreshed that way, I would say. So lots of things are very positive, I would say, and overall I am happy, and I would request or encourage all of you now, if you can join such kind of courses and do this examination at the early stage of your career. As somebody well knows it, the chances of getting noticed and the chances of knowledge, chances of increasing your knowledge exponentially, it is very good opportunity in terms of this particular courses and giving the examination and passing it. All the best to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sachin. And as Mr. Sachin has you described this, this is the cheapest course because I remember when for the first batch I inquired with one of your agency in 2004. I cleared in 2004. At that time, they were charging rupees 20,000 for such course. And only for 5 days course, they were charging 20,000. And still at that time this 20,000 means at present it's must have been more than 50,000. Okay, now I think we have covered overall your panelists, and as well as we have got feedback from some of the participants. Now I request Mr. Dhaval to open the field floor for the question answer.
Right, sir.
Mr. Dhaval, yeah.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. And I think everybody got a glimpse of the energy sector and energy management especially. I thank each and every panelist to give their insights to the next generation who will bear the torch. So with this, I would like to begin with the first question. Somebody has asked, what are the career opportunities in energy management for electrical engineering graduates with MTech in energy studies? Who would like to take that question?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Kumar, sir. Yeah.
I think Vandana has asked that question. Is she there? Hello.
Yes, sir. I think so.
Yeah. See, after electrical engineering and after doing the post-graduation in energy studies, say we have got a good candidate, Mr. Dhilan, who spoke earlier. He had the same career, academic career, and after working in one or two other companies, now he has got into World Resources Institute, which is a prestigious research institute in this area. So that is the career progress graduate electrical engineer with a post-graduation in energy studies can look up to. And with additional certification, Dhilan is looking for, higher responsibilities. This is the career path available to such postgraduates. I think somebody, the person who asked is there, or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She has, she
is there.
Is expressed she is present.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no.
You can unmute her. You can unmute her. If she's happy.
Sure. Yes, sir. So.
Does it answer her question or?
Right. Vandana, madam, if you could unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Vandana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is my answer okay with you?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Right. So we move on to the next question. Again, I think it's relatively the same in the same lines, on the same lines. A person certified with energy auditor and manager, can you give prospects where one can practice energy management skills as a freelancer?
Yeah. Okay, I'll take that question. So he or she can join SEAM, because once you join SEAM, we can connect him to the practicing energy auditing firms, energy auditors, so that they can practice as an assistant or intern with them and pick up the field skills. Even when I started, after my 35 years of corporate experience, when I wrote this exam, and after the exam, I had to, I joined as an internee with a energy audit firm to pick up what exactly has to be done at the field. So that's the only way to do it. I mean, you have to practice it with your own hands, how to hook up the instruments, what to measure, where to measure, all those things. Although you may clear the exam, that is only a theoretical knowledge. I mean, you have to have a practical experience. So,
Right, sir.
join SEAM, and we'll be able to help in that respect.
Correct. I think that's a good direction for everybody to have a clear idea. Also, sir, if you could specify as to how to join SEAM, where they can apply and what, how to get in touch.
Easiest way without any this thing is that www.seamindia.org. You can look up the site, or alternatively they can send a mail to us. I mean, or they can leave their email ID. We'll get in touch with them.
Correct. So I think SEAM is SEEM.org. I think
SEAMindia.org. SEAMindia.org.
SEAM India. I'm so sorry. SEAM SEEMindia.org.
Yeah. In that site, you will find how to. There is a very easy pay. You have to pay membership fee also. All those links are available. Links are available to capture your data, then payment, etc.
Right, sir. So also now people are specifically asking for their fields. As to there was one question asking what are the opportunities for electrical engineers and mechanical engineers. So I think electrical engineers has been answered. Probably if you could elaborate on what mechanical engineers in terms of energy efficiency of buildings.
Okay. As for the energy efficiency is considered it is an interdisciplinary. That point has been already elaborated in the earlier speeches. Okay, so it is a combination of all the disciplines. I mean, say electrical, mechanical, civil. Now the buildings is a very prominent thing. I think if Anurag is there, he will be able to tell more about that. Okay, so it is interdisciplinary. So all the fields. I mean, this Dr. Asad also made it a point that all the engineers, with irrespective of their stream, have got a role in the energy management. So with this certification, they will be refreshing all their own subjects as well as these other disciplines which are essential for the energy management.
Correct.
So this certification course will give the inputs.
Right. And I think specifically for mechanical engineers, if people, they are very well versed with CFD, computational fluid dynamics.
Yes.
So that plays a major role in understanding airflows with HVAC that are major, I would say, energy guzzlers in any building, commercial buildings.
Yes.
I think so. They mechanical engineers have a huge scope in this field.
Yes,
in terms of systems that are being employed.
Correct.
So we move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are only concerned with I mean you've covered it already. I think the last question was how do freshers start in this field, because there has been not very good introduction in their curriculum, in their current curriculum. So I think you answered it by joining an association like SEAM, which would propel them and give them further direction and guidance.
Mr. Tayyab Anam has raised hand. What is it?
Sure, I'll unmute him.
You can.
Mr. Anam, if you can unmute yourself, and if you have any queries. Mr. Anam, you can unmute yourself. Okay, probably accidentally he must have raised his.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, okay. I think we've covered most of the questions.
Somebody is asking will the exam be held into 2021 due to COVID? So we have, I think we have published in our batch 1 the linkage where they can get the updates. NPC has already advertised for clicking their link to get the updates. They have given a willingness form in their website. National Productivity Council, who conducts the exam, they have advertised a link. If you register there, you will get updates on the exam. Clear?
Right, sir.
Yep.
More question?
I think we've exhausted all the questions.
Okay.
Okay.
And
One
time
has
is
a
also.
question. What is the fee only for paper 2? I have cleared 1 and 3 of EM, Energy Manager exam. So I think,
So
yeah,
we
Mr.
have
Santosh
kept
Nayak.
only two. Yeah, we have kept only 2 categories, either 4 paper or 3 paper, and as the fee is very low, so further bifurcations are not thought of. So even if it is 2 papers, he or she has to pay some 3,600. I think that is what we have kept for 3 paper.
Right.
Instead of 5,100, they will pay 3,600 only. And still they can undergo all the 4 papers. I mean, they can sit through all the 4 papers.
As a revision for overall understanding. Very true.
Yeah, right.
So
It is not a very hefty fee. I mean, so it is as somebody was already, as Sachin was mentioning, it is only very moderately priced. So it is worth it.
Right. So there is one Miss Shanti. Miss Shanti, if you can hear me, I would request you to please unmute yourself and ask your question, as it seems to be unclear.
Yes, good morning. Actually, I'm a faculty and I want to take up consultancy for the tourism sector. So, what is the certification that you can suggest? I already have my doctorate, but I just want to go for an additional certification, keeping consultancy in the mind.
Anurag is there?
Anurag should take up.
Anurag?
No, sir. Anurag doesn't seem to be here.
Say tourism sector, mainly it comprises of one thing is travel and then the hotel industry. Hotels are now covered under the designated consumer sector. It is coming under the commercial buildings. And based on
yes. For hotels itself, I want to know, like, how can you consult for 5 stars and.
Yes. So say now, as of now, they are the bigger hotels with a threshold of consumption. They will be classified as designated consumers. So they will be covered under the PAT scheme of the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. They are the certified energy auditors, then accredited energy auditor. They play a role. So this certification definitely will help in serving such hotels.
Okay.
Is that what you are?
Yes. That's what I was. Thank you.
And of course, additional qualifications like green building certificate, etc., will also help. Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
So I think with this, we come to the end of our session, as mostly all the questions have been answered. And I take this opportunity to thank each one of y'all to attend. Yes, sir. Dr. Sharadji,
Yeah.
you'd like to say something, sir?
Okay. I am thankful to all the participants for joining us today, and panelists, and we were able to explain our methodology of our imparting this training for the appearing in the examination. And I will request all your contacts and practicing engineers to take benefit of this certification, and also benefit of our preparation method. And although there is no direct emphasis as on date for the freshers to go for this certification qualification, because minimum experience of 3 years is required. Anyway, energy is going to be the part of the life. One is to live the way energy as part and parcel of their personality. So anytime it will be of use, and they are encouraged to take up this course as well as this examination whenever they are eligible. Thank you very much all for joining us today.
Thank you. So if any of the participant is not the direct beneficiary, they can pass on this information to who they think they may benefit. Okay. So that the information they gathered, they can pass it on to their contacts, associates, acquaintances, etc.
Right. So
I think, Mr. Thabal, we can share your recording of this webinar also.
surely, yeah, it will be available on YouTube, and I will share the link with all the participants on their email address.
Or this YouTube can be public.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Sharadji?
Yes, please.
With your kind permission, we will make it public. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So also one more thing, as in the chat, if everybody can see, I've sent in a link wherein you can register yourself, and you will receive updates and other information regarding the course and fee structure, course structure, and whatever is involved in the training of appearing, for the preparatory course of BEE, Certified Energy Managers Auditors Exam, second batch.
Yeah.
So I would urge everybody to go through to register there and receive at least the information. Also, I take this opportunity to thank all the panelists and everybody for their time. And I think the panelists did a wonderful job of explaining and giving a glimpse and insight of their experience. It will, I think, really help India overall to be one of the pioneers and lead in the energy conservation and energy efficiency domain.
Yeah. Okay, sir, some people are asking whether we issue certificate for this present webinar. So
Not for this seminar,
right,
but our class definitely will.
It is more of a discussion panel.
Yeah.
And it was more to just make everyone aware about the careers, possible careers, the future careers in the energy domain, which would definitely be in demand, in huge demand in India itself.
One more question, Mr. Krishnan Kumar, your participants are asking whether we can issue some certificate those who have joined our course.
For our course, yes, and we'll issue a certificate.
Okay. Everybody who is joining this course, this second batch or first batch, they will get a certificate after screening through some mock kind of test or some exam.
Correct. Some kind of evaluation will be.
Yeah. They will get
Some evaluation will be done and then.
Yeah.
Participation is evolution.
Right. So I think if there is anything else the panelists would like to add as a closing remark, else we end the session for everybody.
So,
Excuse me.
I'm Dr. Krupesh Chauhan.
Yeah, Mr. Chauhan. Yeah.
I would like to thank Green Tree Global Society of Engineering and Manager and Energy Academy Pune. So all CZ, Azhar sir, Sarad, Garana sir, Dhaval, you have done a lot of things for us. Thank you very much, sir. All of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Kripeshi, I want to talk to you later. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
I want to have a chat with you.
Yeah. It's my pleasure, sir. Yeah.
Excuse
okay,
me.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Vajpayee sir, thank you for your wonderful setting the tone.
I want to thank Dr. Azad that his efforts have included the entrance examination for BEE energy auditors or energy managers, renewable energy and energy in the course.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right, sir. I think with this, we end today's session and hope everyone joins us.
Thank you, Dhaval.
Lots of luck.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
good wishes for everybody in their.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.